Folks, we are alive. I know all of you that were just at the pack break 30 minutes ago. You just saw me, but guess what? We're back. And this time I brought the
It's the Pokey Plumber.
I wasn't going to say it. I had to let him say
it.
Oh, man. How's everyone doing this evening? Thursday evening. Sorry that we do not have a guest like we normally do on these weeks. We had one. He fell through. We got another one. He fell through. But me and Nick are always here. We got you guys.
Dude, so, you just don't stop, bro.
Dude, I can't. Whenever you stop, you die.
That's not true. Like it's called like you can like breathe, right? Like you could stop and like breathe in the fresh air a little bit.
Yeah, see, me and Nick have this conversation. You know, he's got this big giant plumbing company all built up, and he doesn't realize that us peasants still have to work for a living.
Everyone's gonna have the worst view on me, man, because it's not the truth.
Nick just sits back, this fat cat in his ivory tower,
dude.
With all of his fancy boxes.
I'll be jackhammering Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, baby. Tell me about my ivory tower then when I'm covered in shit.
What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys had a great week. Man, I think we're going to talk about I made the title. So I made the title, Nothing Makes Sense Anymore.
Yeah, we were just getting into that. And I said, let's go live for this part.
Yeah, because just nothing. I feel like everything that, worked for the last like 3 years, it's kind of out the window. It's just kind of like, you just kind of shoot from the hip. You just kind of take any shot you can because most likely you're going to be right more than you're wrong in this market.
Yeah. I mean, so I'll go into this. I just, I touched base on this in my YouTube video. Shout out my YouTube. No, I did touch base on it, but I'll tell you guys. So, it was January 5th, right? And I was messaging a bigger store, and I was like, hey, I'm interested in a case of Unified Minds, Unbroken Bonds, and Cosmic Eclipse, right? So he gives me a price, and like an idiot, I was like, you know what? I already have this stuff. I'm going to go get some XRP, right? So I put more into there, but in that time frame, I messaged him today and I said, hey, man, I was like, how much for a case of Cosmic Eclipse? So back then, January 5th, which he was a little higher then, was 7,500. But at the time, boxes were selling for about 1,000. And now his new price is $11,000. And I'm like, dude, like, come on. Like, seriously? Like, you're having things jump. I'm not saying it's not warranted for Cosmic. I'm the biggest. I love Cosmic Eclipse more than anything, but
I mean, it is like the best set.
It is, but like for it to do this, and let's say a month and a half, and now if you bought that case at that time, you would have made $4,000 in 2 months, right? Keep in mind, you already made thousands of it a couple months prior. So it's just like when you're seeing.
Hold on. Do I hear you saying Pokemon greater than XRP?
Absolutely.
I've never said. Dude, I'm telling the crypto bros on you.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling.
Dude, anyways, like I always have to stick with basics. What I've been doing for all these years, I've worked, right? Like keeping a little bit in your, if you want to play with crypto, just keep a little bit. Don't go crazy. But it just, the drastic jumps in this stuff have just been so insane. I mean, a Crystal Lugia, I'm even touching on vintage here. A Crystal Lugia just went for $14,000 in a PSA 10, the most it's ever gone, right? So that's jumping from, last sale was 99,000. So that's a $5,000 jump. Like, and another wild thing is I have.
I'm going to see your Crystal Lugia, and I'm going to raise you a base set Drowsy.
Oh my God! All right, but that's manipulation.
See, that's the problem right there. That's why I wanted to have a vintage person on. Why is it every time a modern card jumps, it's manipulation?
Because
but when a vintage card gets a crazy sale at 14 grand, that's normal market movement. That's ridiculous.
Before you talk shit, right? Before you talk shit, you've seen this personally. People buy out a card, right? Don't say you haven't.
Okay.
You've seen people buy out a card and then it shoots up. I think the drowsy is beautiful. I've always liked that. I
also know people in E4 back in the day that used to manipulate vintage cards up with sales back and forth to each other.
Yeah, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but I'm saying like when you see that many copies, right? Like, yes, there's a hype train, but it's a mixture. But for it to jump that fast, like, dude, it's drowsy. People weren't a fan of drowsy. I thought the card was always cool, but like, I'm not a huge drowsy fan.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't think anybody is.
So, I mean, dude, I believe me, I fight with the vintage people. I'm a modern guy. And when they're like, oh, this is manipulation, like fusion strike boxes or manipulation, I'm like, bro, that's bullshit because fusion strike boxes aren't manipulation. But when you see jumps like this, it scares the shit out of me, man. Like, it scares me to buy in this market. But like in the case of 151 right now, you have no choice.
Dude, all you hear about is how much they're printing. And like, I know there's bundles going through distributors. I know the Blooming Waters is getting like a lot of pallets are being out there, but the pack price just doesn't drop.
It doesn't. And
it's like instead of the prices like dropping to meet the demand, it's like the new product is meeting the pack price. It's very strange.
It is super strange. And it's just to the point where now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at 151 and I'm like, holy shit. I wanted those ETBs to get reprinted. That didn't happen, right? We were waiting. You were too. We were like, all right, we'll get it when the reprint happens for ETBs.
That's 0.
Yeah, that's bad. No, you have Pokemon Center ETBs though.
Right, I have 0 regular because dude, we talked about it because you got them. I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till maybe a year or so because that was the old method, right? I'm gonna wait crowd. The old method was, well, on these really popular sets, they're going to print them into the ground like they always did with Crown Zenith and Celebrations and, Shining Fates. And so you're like, oh, I'll just buy them on the reprint when they get down to like $40 or $50, $45. And I'll stock up my cases then. Never came.
Yeah, it's like the ET, like, and that, you know what, before we get into anything else, like, do you think that's going to make the ETB box go up even more? Because we didn't
they're going to be very collectible.
They have to be.
Well, look, it's already happening with Crown Zenith. I mean, a Crown Zenith booster pack on the open market, I believe, is like $7 on TCG Player. But the ETBs are going for like 110, and that Lucario promo isn't worth like more than $6, $7, $8. And so even after the run up, and so it's like, well, why are the packs worth over $10? It's the sealed ETB.
The ETB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
151 is going to be the same way.
I truly believe that. I mean, 151. Like that, it has a Snorlax. It's a beautiful ETB, but it's like you had all this other product come and you never had the ETB. So the ETBs, I think, are going to be more scarce, and they're definitely going to be way more collectible. And
yeah, you did good holding on to those, dude.
I did. I regret even getting rid of the 2 cases. The one at Con, right? Remember, I gave it to that one guy, and then that other.
Here's the best part. Which isn't that still your most viewed Instagram video?
Yeah, 2.4 million views.
So he made, if you guys didn't know, here, let's pull it up. We got to pull it up. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it on the screen. Give me a second, guys. So, yeah, so Nick, back when 151 came out, he opened like mass amounts and he threw out an Instagram. All right, let's go to his Instagram. Here it is. Where he just on the floor, just with stacks of 151 all over the place.
I wasn't even out of my work outfit yet. Like, I got home.
I couldn't even get out of his work clothes.
Yeah, and I just started ripping.
You gotta love it, man. But yeah, so like, do you even remember how much you opened?
More than I did Prismatic, but the prices were way different. Like, I probably spent more opening Prismatic than I did 151. If that makes sense, right? And I opened less Prismatic than I did 151. But like, I'm a Kanto kid, right? Like, I'm Gen 1, Gen 2, but like Gen 1, that's why it's, and I mean, if you're looking at Gen 1 right now, look at Evolutions. Evolutions is on a tear right now.
Yeah, I mean, and if that does not tell you what one of the most overprinted sets. And how you know this, okay? Everyone's always like, Alex, how do you know they printed as much evolutions as they did Sword and Shield? Pretty easy. Go look at the pop reports. Go look at the pop reports for evolutions. The cards look very similar to all of the Sword and Shield pop reports. They're all in the high thousands, whatever, tens of thousands.
That was one of my favorite points you've ever made. I have to give you credit with that one. That was a great take.
Because they reprinted evolutions like 3 or 4 times in the booster boxes. And yes, they maybe not XY product, maybe not Sun and Moon product, but there are certain sets they did reprint at the same levels as what we see now. And the fact that a product printed that much can go to $1,500 a box tells you there isn't an amount that you can reprint a good set or a set that's sought after into the ground where it won't recover.
Yeah, that's facts. And you know what I kind of want to talk about real quick is so I went to Staples the other day and they had Paldea Evolved packs, right? And you know me, dude, I have plenty of Paldea Evolved, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Paldea Evolved. Alex, I said it to Alex. I said, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to buy it. I know the potential this has.
You actually didn't like it?
I mean, I didn't hate it.
I literally thought you always just like played that because I liked it.
Dude, I opened so much Paldea Evolved. Bro, I opened like 20 packs and
hold on, you're not sending those in to get graded, are you?
None of them will 10. My wife pulled this last night. Look how many.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I'd be grading a full art Clodsire.
No, bro, but no, I just put them in here. But bro, look how many hits I pulled, and I had, it was like 5 temporal packs, and the rest were like Paldea. Like, dude, that's that pull rates. It was fun. It was fun for me, right? And I said, once people start liking Quaxley, Fuecoco, you give it time, it's going to be more fun because that's how it was in XY. Everyone's like, who the hell is Xerneas, right? And now Xerneas is cool. Those tins with Xerneas on it, I'm like, dude, those tins look sick. Give a Pokemon enough time to age, and it'll warm up. You'll warm up to it, and that's how a set goes off.
Well, you know what's funny, right? Like you can't. People like they try to get too smart, right? This is why we talk about diversifying and kind of getting a little bit of every set. People try to get too smart and try to like plan out everything. Guys, one of the most open sets today on my pack break before I got on the stream, guess what it was? Obviously, Crown Zenith and 151 and Paldean Fates, those always do well. Guess what the next best set opened was?
Paldea Evolved, baby.
Nope. Scarlet Violet base set.
No way. Is it because of price point?
Because of the drowsy, dude. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't plan this stuff. All of a sudden, there was something like this will come around, and you're wishing you had Paldea or SV base boxes sitting in your closet or whatever, because everyone doesn't like it until all of a sudden, for some reason, the set pops off or cards in it are collected and sought after, and all of a sudden the boxes are going to rise from 140 probably to 160, 170 overnight. And everyone's going to be like, what happened? And this is why you do not want to overlook sets and try to like foresee too much of the future. You just want to let the hobby do what it does and have a little bit of everything.
Dude, diversity. Diversity is key, man. Listen, thank God for diversity, because I hated evolutions when it came out. I said it's a fake base set, because everybody, you have to keep in mind that even in 2018, evolutions was still super cheap, right? And packs of base set were really cheap back then. So I was like, I'd rather open base set packs than a fake base set. Like, it felt like the opening packs from Krausers. Remember those fake packs when you were a kid, right? They were like knockoffs, like a knockoff of base set. And that's honestly how I felt. Like, some of the full arts were cool, like, but thank God I still bought it. Even though I didn't like it, I bought it. And now I like it. It's just diversity, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it so many times, like over the years now. It's like, sets are out of favor. No one wants them. They're cheap. Then all of a sudden, maybe just age, scarcity, certain cards in the set pop off. The trend comes back around. And then all of a sudden they're in favor. They're really expensive. And then everyone's angry that they're too expensive to buy now. And it's like the constant cycle in the hobby.
Dude, it's like insanity. It just...
it is insanity. We do the same thing over and over.
Over and over again. And it happens every time. And I touched base on this with you. I was like, when it's right in front of our faces, nobody cares. Like 151 UPCs, there were at Costco forever, right? And then they had those the collection boxes with Alakazam and the Zapdos. They were there forever. And it's like when it's in front of your face, you don't care. And I've seen that happen so many times in this hobby. It's just like you got to be ahead of the curve, man.
You have to be ahead of the curve, and you have to have like some kind of like, I don't know, be willing to like accept that even if you don't like something, the rest of the hobby could. And just like you said with evolutions, like I try to always like get outside of my own like feelings and say like, what would it have other people like this set? Like, could this set be good for other reasons? And like, that's the biggest thing, because that's why I've always hated that old term, like just collect or buy what you like. And it's like, well, collect what you like for sure. But when it comes to like buying something as like, you hope it appreciates, you kind of want to try to like predict what other people are going to like more than yourself. Because what if you like, I don't know, a bunch of Oinkolones and, some weird, all these like weird Pokemon, but like, and you don't like Gengar and Garatina and Lugia and Mewtwo. It's just like, well, you're probably not going to do too well,
Yeah. I mean, it's just so funny because I remember I was trying to sell like Chilling Rain boxes at like $120 because I had so many of them. Right. And it's like once they hit $220, I had so many messages. Hey, do you have Chilling Rain? Do you have Chilling Rain? It's like once it like if the price is low, nobody wants it. But once it goes up, everybody wants it. Look, no one wanted Paradox Rift. Now that's through the roof. Everybody wants Paradox Rift. Everybody wants Temporal Forces. It's the same thing over and over again. You have to set your feelings aside and just buy it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Pokemania, that's so true. Poketubers are 1/1,000,000th of the market. Their opinion doesn't mean much. It was great. Like everyone knows all the drama I've been in lately. I had someone come in my live stream, when I was opening packs saying, the regular thing, you are the problem with the hobby. And then someone in the chat like snapped back at them. It was the best statement. They go, yeah, a random guy on YouTube with 25,000 subscribers is the problem for all of the hobby who collect Pokemon cards. It's like when you say it out loud, it sounds so much stupider than it is. It's like, yeah, me and PokePlum are talking about Pokemon. We're the problem with the entire multi-billion-dollar market. It's us. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
It does sound crazy when you say it out loud.
Yeah, but like, when you're wrapped up in these little bubbles, you actually start thinking that. You're like, well, if that YouTuber said he liked that card and it went up in value, it's all his fault.
It's so ridiculous, jeez.
Dude, I'm telling you, I get blamed for that Lucario promo because me and you talked about the Lucario promo and then it went up in value. It's my fault.
That's why I say everything has gone up. Everything. Well, you want to know what scares me? All right. So I'm going to bring you back to the year 2020. Okay. 2019. Stimulus checks. Right. And you hear this rumor about $5,000 stimulus checks now. If that happens right now in the market that we're in, right? Because back then when that happened, even whether it was your Hot Toys, your SH Fig Arts, your sports cards, everything boomed. Everything, the action figures that were $100 were $400, like Mezco, everything went crazy. Now, take the Pokemon market. We have high demand, less supply right now. Now you give $5,000 to everybody. I can't even, I am so afraid of what pricing would do. Do you think this is a boom? If this truly does happen, I think, oh man, it scares the shit out of me.
Dude, honestly, just my rip and ship business scares me. Like put it this way, the amount of Crown Zenith I'm going through right now, it terrifies me to the core that this isn't going to be around much longer. So I bought 1,000 Crown Zenith packs. I got them in on Saturday. They were already gone by last night. And luckily I got my next 1,000 pack order in today, and they're already a big chunk out of them. It'll probably be gone by, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday. So it's like, I'm at the point now where just I'm going through thousands and thousands and thousands of Crown Zenith packs per month. And I know every other streamer is too, because it's the hottest set. I mean, you look at these Sea and Sky boxes and all this stuff, it looks like they're endless. They ain't endless.
That's the thing is like, are we going to see these go from, you know, 75, $80 and like even more? Like, are these packs going to turn to $9, $10 a pop? Like,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you're ripping them and
No
everybody's
way.
ripping Crown Zenith right now. Everybody's
If these packs are not 10, dude, $10 seems low. Like $10 is an easy estimate. I think these packs could be, I don't know, $12 by the end of the year, if not more.
Wow.
Seriously. And it's not trying to cause FOMO, guys. It's just I see it. I see the numbers that I and other people are ripping, and it's just Crown Zenith is at the helm of it. It is the top rip set.
It's just so much fun. It's too much fun.
The value you get inside, it makes it more. It's like the estimated value is more worth it in Crown Zenith.
Yeah, because now like you have all those
all the cards are rising.
Yeah, all the cards. I was just gonna say all the cards have gone up. The Entei, Raikou, Suicune, Mewtwo. Like them, isn't a Mewtwo like? Yeah, and then you have all the gold cards too. Like I forgot about those. You have all the gold cards,
and even like some of the yellow borders are starting to rise now. You got that secret rare Pikachu.
What's the secret rare Pikachu at right now?
I think I mean, I know it had a run with everything else. Everything's always running. Let's pull up Crown Zenith. That's a great idea. I mean, it's I don't know, man. I don't know where it ends for. I'm kind of worried. Like I said, I'm really worried about it. That's why I'm trying to get as many packs while I can, when I can, because it's scary. All right, let's go to straight the cards. All right. So, got the golds and Mewtwo up top. Leafeon, Glaceon, they're $40 cards. Deoxys, a $40 card. The Suicune, Darkrai, Entei, Raikou are all about almost 30, if not more.
That's so beautiful, dude.
Look at this. Even the Mew's a $20 card now. Just the regular Galarian Mew. The secret rare Pikachu's up to 17 market price. You've got the regular yellow border Pikachu over $10 now. I mean, look at this. We're not even past the first page, and every card's over $10 market price. It's not until you get to the second page, and they're still up there. The Irida's this far back.
Wow.
It's just a crazy set, man.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go down in the history. Like if that was a booster box, man, it would be. I think that would be in second place. And
you know what's different about Crown Zenith is everyone always knew that. You never hear anyone say like, "Oh no, this set's trash." No one ever said that set was trash.
Never.
So it's like everyone always knew that was the set. It's just like because they printed so much of it, it was never the investment set. It was just like, oh yeah, it's a great set, but there's too much of it. You can't invest in it. It's printed to the ground. It's a specialty set. All that stuff.
Yeah. Now, even those, like I was going, I've been buying a lot of Crown Zenith. I've been telling everyone I'm buying Crown Zenith, but I was going through like my inventory of it, and I was doing my spreadsheet, and like even those figurine boxes, right? This premium boxes with the Zacian and Zamazenta. Do you see how much those boxes are now, dude?
Well, how many packs are in them?
I don't know. I opened plenty of them. This figure was in it,
like 10 or 12, something like that.
Oh, or was this in True Steel? Yeah, like 10 or 12.
I mean, you got to think of it. If it's 12 times 7, that's 84. If it's 10 times 7, that's $70. Then there's some premium on the box. I mean, what are they going for? Like, I would guess $80, $90.
No, more than that. Yeah, they're hitting like 100. And the one box was hitting 110, and then the other one's like $100. Yeah,
that's a premium.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's wild. I was buying these boxes for so cheap, dude. So cheap. Yeah, for the set, they're selling for like $200 for the set.
See, and here's what has to be said. This is what people need to understand. All the people out there saying these things like, it's all going to come down. Pokemon's going to print it into the ground. Hey, I'm on board with that when we're talking about Prismatic, when we're talking about some of these new sets. Yeah, it could absolutely come down, right? There's going to be reprints. Guys, very unlikely Crown Zenith is going to get any more product coming out for it. There may be some more Sea and Sky boxes that kind of continue to make their way into stores here and there, but this is not one of those sets that's going to come down if the market cools down. It's over.
It's over.
And that's why you got to be careful with like listening to that stuff. Is like it only makes sense for the new stuff. Like you can't talk about a Sword and Shield box and be like, oh man, when the market cools off, Fusion Strike's going to get crushed. It's like, Why? When has that ever happened? Like,
well, that's the thing, man, is like, if you look at like, this is why I love sealed product. Because if you look at like last time, like during COVID, remember like Ancient Origins went to like 250, then it went to 400, then it went to 500, right? And everyone was like, oh, they're just going to drop back down. Ancient Origins didn't, none of this dropped back down. They all stagnated a little bit, but they all kept going up. So like, that's how I look at Sword and Shield. People are like, oh, it's going to crash back down. Fusion's going to do this. Like, I think that when it eventually over time, yeah, you'll see stagnation, but I don't see them going, a Fusion Strike dropping back down to 250, $300. Like, those days are done.
Yeah, once the market gets established in Pokemon in sealed product, it's very unlikely after the 3-year mark for it to have any substantial like crashes. The biggest, like I said, the biggest fall we've seen in modern Pokemon was back during the 2021-2022 kind of crash. And it was like Evolutions. Evolutions came down from like 1,000 to 700. And like that 30%, that was like the most we saw. Like Team Up didn't see that. Cosmic didn't see that. Like, like you said, Ancient Origins didn't see that. The other sets didn't see those massive declines. It was just because Evolutions went from 80 to 1,000. It had to regulate at where it should have been at. And so these sets that have been slowly rising, 1 to 2, 2 to 250, 250 to 3, like they didn't go parabolic. They just slowly rose over like 6 month, 8 months period. They're likely not going to come back down.
Yeah, it's done, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Like and you know what the crazy thing is? I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to have a crash sooner than later. And then it's just like time and time again recently, it's just like, I look at the horizon and what's ahead of us and all the product that's ahead of us. And I'm like, where like I don't see any bad product coming. When's it going to crash? Like now with Team Rocket, like, dude, I don't know. I don't see a crash. I don't even see stagnation. I just see Team Rocket, maybe after Team Rocket until we hit the 30th anniversary. But it's just like there's so much positivity ahead of us and so many announcements. I'm like, where the hell's the crash?
I think it's just wishful thinking right now. I think it's just people who are upset about the prices. And it just kind of like, it makes you feel better to just think everything's going to crash or say it out loud or something. I really think that might be what it is. All I know is one thing. Journey Together. P Football Pete has them at 188. If you buy 4 or more, it's 181. If this price drops $20 more, that is officially MSRP, guys. And so I'm crossing my fingers that these prices get to MSRP by release, because I'm so anxious to see what the Timmy crowd is going to do. Because you heard every Timmy out there all across every platform say, well, I can't buy it because it's not at MSRP. If that box gets to MSRP or below and anyone does not buy it and it goes back to 200 after that, they will have nothing to complain about in this market anymore, because that is getting close to MSRP. It's literally 10% over MSRP, basically 11, 12% over MSRP.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, pay attention to these listings as closer we get to release, and after release, I'm pretty sure you'll likely see a 160-ish booster box. And if that happens, I am going to make a video. I'm going to say, everybody go out and buy the boxes. You can get them for MSRP. This is what you begged for the last 2 months when Prismatic Evolutions was out. If you don't take advantage of this and it goes back up, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, in the foreseeable future, out of all the bright stuff coming out, like I would think that Journey Together wouldn't be like, I don't think Journey Together is as good as Surging Sparks, right?
Is it better than Stellar Crown?
Yes.
Well, Stellar Crown's a $160 box.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if we're going to see a drop in any set, this is going to be it. And I hope so. I like that. I'd like to get some.
For sure.
Tina mentioned that Logan.
What about the trainer, the team up, gimmick, like with the trainer and the Pokemon, like trainer galleries? You don't think has any? You don't think that's like a good enough gimmick to keep the set strong?
I do. I definitely do. I'm not saying it's a bad set.
Yeah.
I like the set. I like a couple of cards in the set. I love the Salamence. So I'm a huge fan of Salamence. So that's like my chase card in it. I think the Iono and Belly Bolt. I think Belly Bolt's an awesome Pokemon. That's like one of my favorite new Pokemon, that and Ceruledge. So yeah, I think it's a good set. But I think if it's not as good at hype as a Prismatic, right? So that's why I'm saying there could definitely be a window of opportunity here where once you see that dip, and if it goes below, if that hits 140, 135, everybody better buy it, right? And not complain. Like if you have that window of opportunity, then that's your chance to buy it. But that now I'm hearing, well, I heard from you and Eli that the print run was a solid size.
Not me. Oh, okay. I thought you were going a different direction with that. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about when we were talking about like how Pokemon couldn't print enough. I personally don't think they can. Eli thinks they could just turn
no,
it out.
I agree with you on that. I don't know what Eli was talking about there. I don't agree
You're
with
talking about, his allocations were higher than Surging Sparks.
Yeah, but I'm hearing from so many other people that it's not.
Well, who though? Like I know, like I think Danny Phantom, when he made a video, he was comparing it to like earlier sets, like Stellar and Twilight. He didn't use Surging Sparks, I don't think. So I'm not saying it's as high as allocations were previously, like Paradox Rift but it's more than Surging was, which is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, but from my LGS told me their numbers are lower for Journey than it was for Surging. Yeah.
Well, like I said, there's the problem with like information is, I made a video about this too, is it's a game of telephone. Like it's not like everyone at the whole distributor company gets in the boardroom and hears the phone call from Pokemon, right? The executives hear the info from Pokemon. They tell their sales reps what they want to tell them. And then their sales reps tell the stores what they want to tell them. And then even if your buddy's telling you the exact story, maybe he is, maybe he doesn't have all the info. And then on top of that, that's just one scenario. The other scenario is distributors have different regions in the country with warehouses. And most distributors only allow you to order from those warehouses. And so if someone in the Northwest, right, is in a different distributor region, they may have more competition and more big stores taking the supply, whereas maybe someone in the Midwest has less competition and less big stores to compete with. They're getting more. And so like there's so many factors. And so like people always want to like try to like assign blame, like, oh, well, this guy's lying or he's not telling the truth. He's trying to
I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just trying to see like
So what I'm saying is both can be true. Your guy, I think your guy can be telling the truth, and then I know Eli's telling the truth. And so it's like they can both be true at the same time.
Well, it wasn't just my guy. Like from a couple people said their numbers weren't as good as Surging.
Yeah.
So is that another thing that happens with this set? Is way less product?
I mean, obviously, like everyone's like, well, Alex, who knows Eli's lying? I mean, I can confirm. I'll be able to 100% confirm Eli's getting more because he's got a distribution program that he runs all the product through. And so you can see exactly how many, and what's cool is he runs it like a blockchain where you see what every other person is getting and ordered. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to see exactly how many booster box cases every single person in the program got.
Do you know how many you're getting?
Tells you how many he actually got. What's that?
Do you know how many you're getting?
Well, no one knows yet until they actually put that out because they have to take their numbers and then divvy it up between everyone. And they have a whole percentage system on what you spend. It's almost like a distributor. It's like what you spend based on what you get. So I don't know my exact numbers yet, but you'll be able to see exactly how many booster boxes they got. And like I said, it's more than Surging.
Okay.
So, either way, right? Even if it's just a little more, a little less, it's still not on the levels we used to get. Like it's still not as much as Paradox Rift. It's still not as much as Obsidian
Paradox
Flames.
Rift. There was a lot of Paradox Rift.
Yeah. Distributors were begging stores to take it for $85 like 6 months ago.
I did. Tina said before, do you see that Logan Paul's trying to sell his the Pikachu, the Illustrator, for like $5 million? He's trying to take advantage of the boom.
I mean, I get it.
You want to buy it?
I don't have Pokey Plumber money.
Bro, it's $5
I'm just a lowly working man.
No.
I mean, hey, it makes sense. I mean, there's more whales in this hobby now than ever. Like he's probably bound to find a buyer for it in this market.
Yeah, there's got to be someone like big enough to buy that.
Yeah.
Tell Arvin to buy it.
I mean, yeah, it's good for the hobby. It just keeps it, it puts it further and further up on the, kind of like respected collectible scale for the world, right? Like everyone always looks at like all these sports cards or all these other memorabilias, as like all this like, oh, that's a very high-end collectible or high-end piece of art. It's like it continues to put Pokemon in that conversation, which is good.
It does. But that's just like another thing that adds to it. Like once his name's attached to it, it just gets bigger, right? Like Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon's still around. And then you have all these people in the Pokemon. I don't know. You know how it goes.
Heck yeah. Are you still having fun, man? Are you still enjoying the hobby?
It depends.
Yeah.
Like to a certain extent.
Damn, that was a rough answer.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, you just can't get product like you used to. Like I want to more prismatic, but what's the point? You're just burning thousands of dollars for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I literally only got 3 151 Blooming Waters boxes. Like, that's it. Like, I'm grateful for it, but it's not like I can grab like a couple cases like I used to. It's just, it's tough now, man. I'm not saying you're overpaying, but you got to overpay for a lot of stuff right now. Like, I'm trying to stay away from like the new stuff. That's just where my head's at.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I get it.
Like, I'm focusing on Sword and Shield right now and early Scarlet and Violet. But it's like, buyer's fatigue is real, man. It gets tough. You make a deal with someone and then 2 weeks later they want like $2,000 more, because they're like, oh, you see it went up. Like you hear those stories so much now. And it's like,
dude, it's crazy that like, and I don't know why people think this is okay, but it's happened to me a lot lately, especially as I'm buying packs is, I'll make a deal and you've gone through this. We'll make a deal on packs, right? At whatever prices the packs are at. Okay. And, maybe like it's on a Friday, they won't ship it Saturday, Sunday will go by. I'll text them Monday, oh yeah, I'm going to get it out today. They don't get it out. Tuesday comes around. I post another posting and then they reach out Tuesday and they're like, hey, I saw you're paying more for this pack now. So are you going to give me that? I'm just like, no, we have a deal for that. He's like, well, I haven't shipped it yet. I want the full price. I'm like, and then I'm just like, all right, don't talk to me. I just block them. I just block them right then and there. Like, I don't even want to talk to that person anymore. Like, if you're not going to honor a deal that you made, days ago, and because of you just didn't ship it in time and now you want more, that's what's happening in this hobby because the market's moving so fast that people aren't even honoring their deals anymore. We've been through that with like large deals.
I've had it happen so much lately, and then I'm just like, and the crazy thing is like I had it happen recently to someone like I'm kind of like him and I do a good amount of business, and I gave him the extra money, and it didn't even matter because I still made so much money on the back end of things. It's like,
but the money is not even the thing. It's just like keeping your word.
Yeah, but nobody has it. Like I'm having people so close to me, or you would think so, and they're pulling the same shit. And I'm just that's like I talk about burnout. That's the stuff that burns me out. It's not the hobby because like there's so many good people in this hobby, but it's like when people can act like this, I'm like, I said the one guy, my one friend, I said, bro, I'm happy at least you made money, like what else do you want me to say? But it's like in the future, like I said, when things do end up going bad and these people are, Nick, I need this. Hey, can you please buy this? I'm in a rough spot. Nick, can you buy this? I don't forget, like I'm not going to help you out. No fucking way. Oh, you wanted to make $200. Like, dude, fuck off. How many times did I buy from you when no one else was buying from you? Like, that's where I'm at now.
it's same thing with like everything in this hobby, like the the whole whatnot and streaming stuff with the resealed packs, and now like the guy crushing the cards in his hand. It's like no one has any
Oh, because of the
vision.
giveaway, I saw
No
that.
one has any vision of long term anymore of like building a name, a brand, a business, like your word. Like no one cares about any of that. It's all like this short term, like now is the only time it matters. It's becoming a pretty bad scenario here.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. I'll break it down in like my plumbing layman's terms, right? If I go to someone's house, right, and they have a job and it's a huge job, right? Do I go there and I smash them over the head so they'll never use me again, right? But no, you go, you give them a fair deal, and then they use you for the next fucking 20 years. Like it's over like 70% of my customers are returning customers now. And it's because I give them fair deals, right?
And after a while, they don't even question it.
They don't even, yeah, I don't even have anyone haggle my pricing anymore because it's like, hey, Nick gave me a price $1,000 less than that guy. His work was better and his warranty is there, right? And you establish this relationship. All these people are so, short-sighted that it's like, oh, I have a tantrum because it's someone that didn't buy a pack for me, someone to crumple. Now you look like an asshole. Why would I want to deal with a guy like that? Or this one guy, oh, you buy all these cases. Oh, and then you have all these issues. Okay, in the future, when you're selling cases and want to sell me cases, I never got my first cases. Why am I going to do business with you in the future? It's just like, if you're in this business or you want to start a business in Pokemon, then it's crazy that we're even having this conversation. It's like etiquette 101. It's how you're raised, right? How are these people just shitheads all around nowadays? And that was my favorite part of the hobby is like, someone was like, hey, I was looking for something, right? And I found it for them. And they're like, hey, what's your PayPal? And I was like, why? And they're like, I want to send you a finder's fee. I'm like, dude, that shit is it used to be so normal. Like, hey, I'm looking for this card. Oh, bro, this guy has the card. Now it's like everybody wants a finder's fee. It's just.
I mean, I was the same way. Like with my landscape company, like I had a good amount of customers who would just they would never bid against me, never shop me, and they just trusted I was getting them a good price. And honestly, that made me make sure I gave them a good price, so I kept that relationship. Right? You don't take advantage of that and like, oh, they're not going to even bid. I could charge them way more. It's just like, no, just continue to make a good margin. Right? Make sure you're doing good work for them. And you never have to worry about them. They're going to keep you. They're going to call you for everything they need in the future. And it's like building that is so much more valuable than, oh, I could maybe get a couple extra $100 for this job. It's just like, what are we doing here?
Well,
and that's what's happening in Pokemon. They're like, wait, I could get $5 extra per box. I have 50 boxes. I can't give them to him for that $40. I got to charge him $45. It's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, if you honor this deal, we're going to use you like 10 more times in the future. You'll make your money. You're ruining it. You're losing it, dude.
Well, I'm not going to say who it is because you'll know who they are right away. But it's like that one person that made the price go, like the price has gone up, like over $3,000, right? So I rebutted and I took $500 off, right? But in that short time, and now I'm going to see like, are you going to make the deal? You made $3,000 in a month, right? Look how much money I've given you in the past. Are you going to like try to get greedy right now? Or are you going to close the deal? And like, the thing is, I've done that for people, but it's like when you're doing these big numbers with these people, right? He doesn't have to, but it just makes me see, okay, why am I supporting these people after I've given them, how much? It's like, I won't do it anymore. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You know,
like that goes back to what I said. It has nothing to do with the money. Like the money is irrelevant. It's just a fact of like knowing that, okay, now I know you're the kind of person that's not going to honor things.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We got to bring people need, I don't know. I'm not going to come out the way they were raised. It's just like, fucking be better. That's it. Do better.
That's simple. Better.
Do better.
Do better, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man. What's your take on all the crazy single movement? I mean, is it all just manipulations all gonna crash or what?
Depends on the card, man. Everything's different. You know, you can't say everything's manipulation because it's not, right? Some cards are warranted that jump. I truly believe that. Other cards I don't agree with, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm like this because I've heard so many stories and I've seen the people do it and I know the people that have done it. I've seen people buy out, right? And then I've seen the card move drastically. Say there's only 15 copies on TCG and they buy all 15 copies. I've seen it happen. So I question a little more than a lot of people. But with the scary thing is some of these manipulations, I've seen them never drop down to where they used to be, right? So that's a possibility as well.
Here's my take on the illustration
Because
situation.
people will notice it, right? They'll be like, oh man, this card is amazing, right? And then it will never go back down. That's what happens.
Yeah, the YouTuber is definitely to blame for sure. It brings the attention to people and it could actually stir up organic demand on top of the buyout.
Exactly. Bingo.
And so, but here's the other thing I want to talk about is like the population reports on these cards. Guys, so barring a reprint, population reports do not change percentage-wise. And it doesn't mean they're not going to go up, but usually after they've established a gem rate, it doesn't deter. If anything, it usually goes down because people start getting more desperate over the years and trying to grade more and more cards that are kind of on the borderline. They might get a 10 and it could actually go down. And so if you see a lot of these cards that are like 20% gem rates of these illustration rares and SV base and Paldea and Obsidian, it's unlikely that's going to change. Sure, they may go from 1,000 cards graded to 5,000 cards or 10,000 cards, but they're still only going to be probably like 20% or less of them are going to get 10s, most likely less as people get more and more risky trying to grade that 10. And so the fact that they're going to have these enormously small 10 population reports tells me those PSA 10s may see a decline because they're probably overshooting right now. They're probably going up a little too much. But I think they're actually going to hold value pretty well, especially the top hits, especially the main characters. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, I just think people are like writing it off as like, oh, this is just some big manipulation pump and dump. It's all going to crash. It's like, you probably need to dig into this a little deeper. I don't think it's going to because it's unlikely that SV base or Paldea and Obsidian is getting a reprint, and we're not going to see it get any easier to grade. And so the fact that there's only a few hundred of all these cards, 500, 600 of these cards out there, and maybe there'll be 800, 1,000, 1,200 in the future, there's enough whales out there that want to have a PSA 10 of every card.
Can you see, like, this is pack fresh, and look how bad the whitening is on this.
Yeah. I pull them every day.
Every card on Paldea, none of I said this might hit a PSA 7. Like, it is so bad. Like, the quality control for Paldea Evolved is horrible, and Scarlet and Violet base horrible.
Agreed.
Like, Paradox was good.
Hold on. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Hold on. I got to use the other thing over here. All right. Trinell, thank you for the super chat, man. Too many sleep-in ancillary products during downtimes. Slept on, I guess. Thanks to random boxes, I was able to get plenty of Evolving Skies and Crown Zenith. You can build a good collection if you don't only focus on buying during a boom.
Yep.
Agreed.
100%. 1,000%.
We also had Lissier. Thanks again for the super chat. Finally glad to catch a live. Congrats, Plumber, for your new YouTube career. Welcome to the drama, brother.
Thank you.
Are you going to enter the drama?
No, never.
He's not a drama guy, guys. He just wants to talk about his collection.
I mean, unless someone fucking says something bad, then I'll rip your head off, you know?
Dude, I told you, when you were asking about it, I said, you're not going to go through the hate because you're more like, you're like a hybrid. You're a hybrid. You understand the financial side, but you can talk to the collectors and the casuals in the way I can't.
Bro, I'm just a chill guy, bro. Because like the thing is, like, I was talking to, bro, I am a nerd and I don't give a fuck. I love it, right? But like, so I was talking to Cool Trader Cheese before, right? And I remember someone was like talking shit to me.
Fernando's gonna hate you so hard, dude.
Dude, I remember someone was talking shit to me because I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to pull the Milo Tech." Like that was one of my chases from Searching Sparks. And he's like, "It's not Milo Tech." And like, bro, I don't know why it bothered me so much. This is the shit that bothers me.
Does this bother you?
Like, life has to be so good that life.
Hey, does this bother you?
I don't give a shit.
Your green screen?
My green screen. But can you see what that says? My low tick. It shows you the pronunciation. I'm starting a new segment. It's called Pokemon pronunciation, and I'm going to do it once a week, maybe twice a week. My low tick. My low tick. Not my low tick. My low tick. And that fucking dickhead. But I was talking to you.
Drama, baby.
And because I was like, it's Arceus. And they're like, it's Arceus. Like, dude, that's the stuff that bothers me. Is that crazy? Come at me. I got the Pokemon Bible right here, cuz.
God, do you remember back when SM Pratt promoted that Pokemon book and then it went to the moon?
Oh my God. How long ago?
Bible. What was it?
How long ago was that?
I remember that.
He made a video recently, didn't he?
Yeah, when all the CGC stuff happened.
Yeah. Hey, how about that? Dude, that guy that I was going at, right? Like, oh, these are real, blah, blah, blah. Dude deleted all his listings. Like, talking shit on me. Like, I know what I got, bro.
Oh, the guy you said you thought it looked like it printed yesterday?
Yeah, I said that to him. He was so mad.
New plumber video, how to pronounce Pokemon names. That's just watch. It gets like 1 million views. I'm not kidding you.
I'm going to do a segment.
Derek said, you guys mentioned earlier, ETBs aren't getting reprinted like 151. We didn't say they weren't. It just doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it.
But you guys think the same thing will happen with booster boxes for sets like Temporal Forces and beyond? And beyond? That's, like, I can't say that.
Like, are we going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that what he's
saying? You mean like... Okay, Derek, I would say
5, 6,
before
7,
Temporal Forces, it's extremely unlikely. After Temporal Forces, I think it gets a lot more likely.
Yeah, like we could still see Temporal, Twilight. I don't know. And I did say a hot take to Alex. I said, imagine if we don't get Temporal or Twilight.
I just think, dude, all right, let's have this conversation. I think too many new people to the hobby, and even people who have been in the hobby, they have this very strange relationship with reprints, right? They see it as like this Armageddon scenario. They see it as the prices are going to crash. It's like, guys,
the reprints are the best scenario. That is the best.
And here's the other thing. No one knows. There's so many factors. One, what's getting reprinted? Are the booster boxes or other products? Two, how much is getting reprinted? And three, how much is the price going to drop? Because how about this? Let's say every booster box gets reprinted right now, but there's only like a few thousand and the prices drop like $10. Did it matter? Could you have sold and bought back? No. Let's say the boxes crash from 170 down to 130. Does it still make sense to dump your whole position, eat shipping fees, whatever, buy your whole position back? If you have to pay sales tax still, pay sales tax at 130. Like, you're wiped clean. You did all this work for nothing. It's just like, or is it easier just to not worry about it? Buy a little bit of everything, hold it, and then if it does get reprinted, buy in more of the reprint. Dollar cost average down. I think that's probably an easier scenario. I think everyone's just too active in this hobby. It would be like logging on your 401k every day or every week and being like, oh my gosh, earnings is coming up for this company. I better sell my mutual funds and then move the cash. And then next week I'll buy back. And it's just like, guys, just let it sit. Just do nothing.
Or you can look at the reprint of like Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, and it was more than the first print, you know?
I just think like
Surging Sparks, I guarantee you this reprint's going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Because
that's the other factor I forgot to say. You don't know what distros are going to sell it to stores at.
Yeah. And that's what scares me the most is I mentioned this in my video that right now, like distros charging them way more. So these comic places are charging way more. Cause I was Sassiato, right? He had those 151 bundles. They're not paying what they used to for those bundles now, right? What were they paying? Like $19, $17? They're not paying anywhere close to that, right? So now they're selling the bundles for $65, $70.
Well, I mean, what Pokeania made a video of, his distro's charging him $95 for a prismatic ETB.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, 95?
95.
Because they held it.
I think Rudy I don't know if Rudy alluded to it or if he said it was an actual offer, but he was talking about like a $200 Surging Sparks box right now at distributors. I don't know.
What distros charging?
I don't know if it was like, I think he might have been just alluding to it, but like those are the things that happen that people don't realize is after that initial release, distros will charge just enough under market price where you can make like a little profit, but not really.
That's insane. If they're charging $200 for Surging. So now Brian, he buys a prismatic ETB. Let's say he buys a case at $950, right? Then he has to sell. So what's he going to charge for prismatic?
Oh, no, he can't sell it. But no, then he can't sell it. Then what he has to do is break it down, sell packs to people like me, streamers and things off the website. Because if he sells it on his website, he's going to get attacked and canceled because he sold over MSRP. That's the craziness of this hobby.
That's crazy because, bro, if you're paying 95, he's got to sell it for like 130 to make any money.
Right, but you can't do that in this market. People will cancel you. The Timmy army will get their pitchforks and torches and burn you down. So now these stores have to start selling off the business, like, to private deals to move product because they can't do it publicly because they'll get torched.
All right, hold on. While we're on this topic, let's talk about it. Prismatic ETBs. Now you look at 151 ETBs. What if they do the same thing with prismatic ETBs and they just keep printing like these specialty products and not ETBs? And they do the same thing.
That's likely what will happen.
It's a hot take.
I don't think it is. Honestly, these are the things that get me hated. That's what they should do. Here's my take. They should not reprint booster boxes or specialty set ETBs, and they should just print all of the other products. That way, you can get the packs in the hands of consumers. You can get the cards opened and for the players and everyone, they can collect it. But then you keep a certain product per set as an actual collectible item that is scarce for the sealed collectors and the investors. It's the best of both worlds. Just like Crown Zenith right now, right? They're dumping Sea and Sky boxes, but they're not dumping any more ETBs. So the ETBs are 110 an ETB when the packs are only $7, meaning there's an actual collectability because they're scarce now. And so I think it's a good idea. Everybody wins.
I see what you're saying.
I think everybody wins. Just print the auxiliary for the ancillary products into the ground and put them everywhere. Everyone can get their packs, but only the people who collected from the beginning can have the actual original products.
So you think like the booster bundle, that's like the cheapest?
Yeah, throw bundles out there.
Just keep putting bundles. Hey, speaking of bundles, right? I pre-ordered, like physically at my GameStop store, I pre-ordered 10 booster bundles, right? And I went to the GameStop store the other day. They closed down.
What?
Yeah. And I tried calling GameStop to say, hey,
Wait, you mean like for the day?
No, like everything's out of the store. They're gone. Right? So now I tried calling GameStop to see like, hey, like I already paid for these. I have the receipt. What do I do?
I don't know.
Dude, I emailed their customer service.
You another GameStop close?
Like 10 minutes away, 10 more minutes away.
Maybe go to them and ask them.
Because like you see how crazy like the pre-orders at GameStop are. So like now what?
Yeah, the videos are wild, dude.
Yeah. Like I don't know what to do. If anyone has an idea what to do, just message me. Isn't that crazy? Bro, I was like, I was near it and I'm Googling GameStop and I'm on my maps and I'm like, why is that one not coming up? So I click it, the closest one, it brings me to the one in Lyndhurst and I'm like, what the hell? So now I had to drive back and I was like, oh, it's by Costco. So I click Costco and then I know where the Costco is. So then I drive to the GameStop and it wasn't coming up on my GPS because it's closed down. Isn't that crazy? I already paid for these.
I don't order from any stores, so I couldn't tell you, man.
And you want to know how shitty
games funny? You know what's funny?
I
get called the scalper. I'm the one that gets called the scalper, and I don't order from any GameStop, Target, Walmart, or Costco ever.
Well, you get
the last time I bought anything was Costco when they had the UPCs for 151, but those were as plentiful as you could log on any day you wanted, and they had multiple. So it's like, I'm not even pre-ordering anywhere, and I'm the one that gets hated for it. And then like, you're just like the nice, easy collector.
All right. Well, anyways, so listen to this. So those 2-pack blister packs, right? I ordered 10 of those, and I get an email. And this is the craziest thing is in that order, I had 2 prismatic binders and 2 prismatic poster collections, and they shipped, and they're in the same order. And they're saying your card's not being approved. And I was like, how's my card not being approved? Those 2 things were shipped. So I update my card. It says your card's not approved. So I was like, maybe it's something with that card. I use another card. It said your card's not approved. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. Right. I used a third card. I was like, and it's saying that it's not approving my card. So I think it's so sketchy. It's saying like my order's not going through when the other 2 things went through, but now my 2-pack blisters aren't going through. Like weird stuff's happening. There's no way my card's not going through, you know? It's sketchy to me.
Yeah, if anyone's got any ideas in the chat, I don't.
Yeah, so I've been having issues with game. It's like, dude, if I can't trust GameStop, who can I trust now? You know?
Lex said they should just do fixed runs. Sold out is sold out. Do you see what happens with Tops and Upper Deck with such approach? Boxes go over $500.
That would cause chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it's different in Pokemon because
players.
Well, not that. It's like
rotation.
Yeah, you could sell booster boxes and say it's a fixed run, but if they had unlimited ETBs, booster bundles, 3-pack blisters, etc., it wouldn't affect like the actual playing and collecting market because there'd be enough packs and cards. So it's not really the same exact thing. Same situation happened to me. A GameStop that I pre-ordered that closed down for good. They said that pre-orders would go to another store and they would call me.
Did it? Or is that like what you're going through right now?
Another one. Oh, it's the same guy. My bad.
Okay.
No, it's a different guy.
No, that's a different guy.
Same thing.
Wow.
So it looks like they're probably going to go to another location, dude.
Like, should I go to another physical location in order to like figure out these things? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like tomorrow I'll go to the other GameStop and see if they can call headquarters so we can like have everything on paper so I don't get screwed.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, think about it. I'm getting these bundles for so cheap. Like I went to the store and pre-ordered before it was like crazy, right? And do you see how much GameStop is charging for ETBs now? Will applesauce they're charging $85 for an Obsidian Flames ETB.
Scalping.
Everyone's just a scalper.
Oh, the scalpers. The scalpers are destroying this hobby. Let's see. Mini break from the Doom investing talk. What would your Pokemon team become? Pokemon champion. Oh, geez.
My Pokemon team? Man.
I only need one Pokemon. That's Mewtwo.
No, I would go Venusaur, Blastoise. I'm Gen 1, Gen 2. No legendaries. Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard, Gengar, Scizor. That's a squad right there.
It's just Mewtwo's all I need.
You can't.
Just 6 Mewtwo's.
But you can't use Mewtwo.
You can't use Mewtwo. What the hell is that?
I know Mewtwo's your favorite. Anyone, but besides Mewtwo.
All right, I'll do Blastoise, Nidoking, Gyarados, Arcanine. Yeah, Gengar, and then like a rock. I need like Golem.
Golem?
Yeah, I gotta have something to fight the electric types.
I thought you were gonna go. I'd probably go like
pretty strong.
Rhyperior.
Yes, that's the problem. I'm like all Gen 1. So like I'm sure if I ventured out a little bit, I could come up with some more. Let's see. A lot of GameStop conversation now. You definitely awoken the beast, dude. You awoken the GameStop beast.
Did I?
Just being honest, have the mindset you lost the pre-orders just so you don't get too upset if they do anything to keep you great. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. If you get them, great, but kind of think they're already gone. No?
Well, no, probably. I'm just shaking my head and like.
They should make a scalper Pokemon. Yes. Yes. That's fun.
$79.99 Canadian.
You selling anything right now?
Me?
What's selling? Have a selling combo.
Bro, I don't know what to sell. I don't want to sell anything right now. Like, I want my slabs back from PSA. I'll sell those. But they've been there forever. It hasn't even updated. I have like, dude, I have close to like 200 slabs at PSA right now. Let me see.
It's a lot of 9s and 8s coming back.
Bro, don't wish that bad juju on me, you piece of shit.
Dude, that I've heard people getting crushed on that new grading scale.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Then I'll go to tag.
Seems to be the play.
I'm
much more bullish on tag as a company than I am as tag as like an actual slab that's gonna like gain like wide market acceptance and have like large amounts of liquidity in bear markets. Like, here's the problem right now. It's the same my take on, and again, I'm gonna be wrong about this until it comes. So understand this, guys. I'm not saying right now. But my take on tag, on these like new grading services, and my take on like, these Chinese, Korean cards, all this new stuff. My take is everything's great in a bull market. Everyone wins. My take is when things decline and we're in a bear market and we're in a flat market, those are the times you're really going to see what liquidity looks like. I think a lot of these things are going to struggle, and it's going to go back to a lot of like the tried and true, the main stuff, because a lot of this, like, it's almost like in the stock market when the SPACs were going crazy. It's just like it all works until the party ends, and then you kind of see what actually had value.
Well, you're seeing that tags, like, it's all paid sponsorship by like the biggest names in Pokemon, right?
But apparently they don't pay for it, Jesse says.
I don't know about that. All right.
I'm not gonna say I gotta take his word for it. He seemed like he was being honest to me. I don't know.
Well, is it his company?
He's an investor in it.
Dude, I don't know, because you have Mystic Rips, like.
So they have an affiliate program. So maybe they're just trying to pump their affiliates.
Okay, and then my other point is, I was talking to my buddy Tim the other day, and he said he was holding a couple tag 10s, and he said neither of them would PSA 10. So don't think that tag's perfect. Like all the videos you see, like of them saying, oh, this card was a PSA 10, now it's the 8.5, and then they're cracking it 8.5 tag and it hits a PSA 10. Bro, it's all marketing. Bro, it's bullshit. Come on. I'm fucking tired of the bullshit. It's all marketing, right? It's good marketing because you believe it. Look, and you're not gullible. But dude, at the end of the day, it's marketing. They're going to show you everything positive. Right? Don't think that tag doesn't have issues. CGC doesn't have issues. PSA doesn't have issues. PSA grades fake cards, right? And that's a fucking fact. So all these companies, they can market as good as they can. But dude, for them to try to like put each other down and all this stuff, bro, that's fucking bullshit. I'm sick of this bullshit marketing. Like, come on, man. Like, Tim has a great eye. I watch him fucking grade BGS 10s that are true 10s, right? And that's the thing, is like a BGS 10, I don't grade Rebecca that much.
Who's Tim?
Collector's MCB. But when I look at a BGS 10, I can rarely think of a time that I said, wow, that's not a 10, right? Like, and that's the truth. I'm not the biggest BGS guy, but it's like when tags, like, that's what pissed me off, is they're like, oh, we cracked an 8.5 and it got a PSA 10. That bothered me, because it's like, dude, we all do this. We keep cracking cards until we get a 10, right? Every company's like that. Tag's not perfect. PSA isn't perfect. None of these companies are perfect. They all make mistakes. But that got under my skin for some reason, because you're like trying to shit on PSA, bro. At least PSA doesn't, do what CGC did and no grade anything, right? Like someone drew a fucking dick on a Alolan Persian and CGC graded it, right? So all of these companies have their flaws. No one's perfect, because everyone's in. I keep hearing people say like tag's perfect, and then once Tim called me, and then he was like, dude, he's like, believe me, he's like, both these 10s would not have hit a PSA 10. I'm like, all right, that's all I needed to know. That's how much I take Tim's word for it.
Dude, this is gonna be the greatest Instagram reel.
No, don't do that, dude. I'm gonna
right there.
Because no, but you have to have the whole 2-minute spiel, right? Don't make me just shit on tag.
Oh no, I'm gonna like start from the beginning. It's gonna say grade with tag. I'm in the middle, dude. Like I'm so in the middle, because if you guys don't know, like Pokey SMP podcast, our friends Pokey-san and Jesse had me on.
Yeah, and, I love Pokey-san. Like,
yeah,
I think she's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's great. And look, man, I don't know. I'm definitely not sold. Like, I'm not 100% sold, but I like the direction of making it more of a technology-based company and not a service-based company.
AGS did the same thing.
Right. No, I'm saying what I was going to tell everyone is it goes back to when I defended Whatnot and got shit on for that. And my whole take was, guys, a technology, a platform, it cannot be evil. It can't be anything. The only thing that can is the people that run it or the people that create it, right? And that was my take on Whatnot. I said, Whatnot's a great app. It's a great platform. They have a great thing going. What the crap that has happened there, that's the fault of the unscrupulous streamers and management not taking, swift action. And so, like, you can't just like tear down, Whatnot, because what if they get rid of all that management, get good people in there that enforce the rules, get all the bad streamers, and it's all good streamers? Now it's a great platform. And that's kind of my thing with tag. It's like, I think the idea behind it's a great idea. And I like the idea of having those portable boxes set up for you to get your slab done right away. It's just like, if they could ever get the system more perfected on the grading to where they all did look like PSA 10s, Beckett 10s, CGC 10s, and they were really actual, then I think you have something. But I agree, the technology is not perfect yet, for sure. So I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I'm
definitely not putting my cards in tag slabs right now, for sure. But I'm open to it.
Yeah, I'm not against it, right? But it's like, you can't say something's perfect, right? Like, and then I just didn't like them shitting on PSA. PSA has been around forever, but everybody makes mistakes, right? Like, I'm a PSA guy, always have been, always will be. Even though the CGC Pristine 10s are selling more than PSA 10s, like, you know me, I don't buy the grade. I look at the card and I buy the card. You hate people like that, but that's how I am.
Well, I don't hate people like that. I hate selling to people like that.
Okay. But like when I'm looking at a card, right, I'm like, okay, this is a true 10, and then I'll buy it. I never buy the grade, buy the card. And that's what I've been telling everyone since I've gotten to this hobby. Buy the card, not the grade.
Yeah, I mean, when we had the conversation, I don't dislike the people. I understand the people. It's just I don't want to deal with them. Like, I'll straight tell them, like, hey, not to be rude, but you're not my customer.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. Like, I don't want to go back and forth and send 100 pictures just for them to tell me, oh no, this isn't a good enough 10 for me. It's like, look, just buy from someone else. Someone else will come around and buy my card. And that's cool. It's like, there's buyers for my stuff. They'll find sellers for them. It's like, that's what the hobby's great. You can find everyone's got someone they can find to do business with. It gets too into the weeds for me to like really dive down, and because you got to think about all the time you're spending trying to deal with those people. It's just like, how many other things could I be doing than trying to make this one sale with this one picky person? That's why I'm like that. But I get it as a collector. I understand it. Like, I'm 100% understand.
I mean, usually when I buy a slab and it's going to be a high-end slab, I'm doing it in person, right? And I'm looking at the card.
Yeah.
I'm not going back and forth with messages, or look at the scan, type in the number, and then look at the scan of the card.
For sure. Yeah, in person is really the best way to collect.
Yeah, truly. Like when you're buying raw, when you're buying anything.
We've got the highest quality cameras ever we've had in mankind, right? And it's like, you still miss things on an eBay listing, or, you know, like you still can't see things sometimes, even if they have a black background and everything. It's like, you can still get here and be like, oh, I didn't see that dent there. I didn't see that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened at Collecticon. The guy was standing right there, bought the card for me, and there was a dust in the card, and he didn't like the dust in the slab. I mean,
that was crazy.
You know, and he came back and he's like, "Oh, can I return a fucking $2,500 card?" You know, I did the right thing. Alex helped me.
See, now I got to shout out eBay. On eBay, they would have said, bye-bye.
Authenticity guarantee.
They just said, nope.
Yeah, but eBay's also hurt me that way too, because they listed an English Gengar Mimikyu in a 10. This is a while back, and it was like $250 for a 10. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get it because it started going up. So it's like English team up 10, right? And I get the card and it's Indonesian, but in Indonesian, the tags, the name is Gengar Mimikyu in English, and the attack is English, but the writing underneath is Indonesian, right? And I still had a good price. And I was like, well, he didn't list that it was Indonesian or anything like that. And eBay's like, oh, you're out of the money. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah. So the attacks are in English, but like the underline is all in Indonesian. So it is what it is.
See, someone like me wouldn't have got caught. You know why? Because if I couldn't read the card, I wouldn't have bought it.
All right, you want to talk shit right now? You talked all that shit on Japanese 151. It's $150 a box.
All right, so would you buy that? Would you buy that? Would you buy that?
What did I buy it at?
Yeah.
50 something a box.
Okay, cool. So would you buy your 151 ETBs at?
400 a case.
All right, so what's up more percentage gain? English or Japanese?
Oh, bro, but you shit on
what?
Up.
English wins again, baby.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
Back-to-back World War champs.
Bro, you're an idiot, because it's like you shit on Japanese, but it's performing almost just as well.
Almost being the key word.
Oh my God. Japanese is hard to sell. Japanese is horrible. Dude.
Think about that, dude. English still won. And think about it. Japanese usually the best Japanese investments are specialty sets. English beat them on their best chance. Dude. Rough, bro. It's rough. It's okay, man.
You're wrong, because you shit on Japanese and you say it's not going to do anything.
I say it wouldn't do anything.
I said this was going to overflow. I said the English boom is going to overflow in the Japanese.
And I always said that I would rather have the majority of people's main choice.
I can't read the card.
Hey, Nick, let me ask you this. How many people you heard say, I collect Japanese when English gets too expensive? So basically, you're saying I'm settling for the second choice of people.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Oh, give me a break. Chat, light them up. There is so many people that collect Japanese because English boxes are too expensive. They did the same thing in 2021.
Well, when Japanese was more expensive than English, they went to English.
Come on, dude.
Dude, what do you mean with Clayburst? Are you wait? Whoa, bro! You need to learn a little bit before you talk shit. When Clayburst and all those Japanese boxes, Scarlet Violet, were more than the English, right? Like, I'm an English guy, but when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Okay.
Do research first.
Like, it's crazy, dude. Everyone knows.
You can pick one good comment.
What? Here, let's go down all of them. No one says that, he's saying. A lot. True Japanese sells more when English is scarce. Name any country that buys cards of other countries in a different than their languages.
Yeah,
I only buy Japanese because English is too expensive. Yeah, I buy more Japanese when English goes up. Dude, come on.
No, these are your following. So it's like,
dude, put a poll out. I guarantee a lot of people on your own Instagram would say the same thing. Like, it's true that when English,
I like English more than Japanese, right? But I'm also educated. That's the thing.
Right. What I'm saying is, why wouldn't you want
$200, right?
Why wouldn't you want the main thing if you could afford both, though?
Like, when Paldean Evolved was fucking $80 a box, when Clayburst was hitting $200. The Dendra in English was way cheaper The Iono in English was way cheaper. Like, dude, I'm an English collector, but when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Not wrong. Japanese is most people's second choice.
All right, bro. That's fine, but you have to give Japanese credit when it's due. And it's due.
Where is it due though? Like,
bro,
English has been the better investment.
Is $150 a box.
But it's the worst. It's the worst investment out of the two. English did better.
English did do better.
So why wouldn't I want the one I can read, the one that more people prefer, and the one that performed better? Why wouldn't I want to put all my money in that?
Bro, you bought Japanese 151.
I bought it because I bought out a store with
you
like
have
30.
More Japanese 151.
No, let's tell the whole story.
Whoa.
They had over a $30,000 inventory.
Than you do English 151.
No, that's not true. Not true at all.
Yes,
they had a $30,000 plus inventory that I bought out, and they happened to have some Japanese 151 that came with it. I didn't go searching for Japanese product. He left. He walked off. Is he really not coming back? All right, chat. We pissed off Plumber. We pissed him off. I'm trying to read the chat. Looks like everyone's, I mean, there's definitely people on both sides. But I think it's still, and this is not, maybe it's because it's my following, but I think it's pretty clear that people are, people understand that people go to Japanese when English is too expensive. Wait, we got a super chat. Did you touch my drum set? These guys are like stepbrothers. That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, guys, we lost Plumber. Unfortunately, he may be back at some point. Let's talk about what everyone... I think he really went to take a dump. All right, here's Darius got an actual thing. It just feels like Pokemon may skip 5 to 7 for booster box reprints, even though they are only a year old or less. Current sets like Surging, Prismatic, and Journey take the priority. 5 to 7 would be Temporal, Twilight, and Stellar Crown. I could see that, but Twilight Masquerade, man, dude, that's over $200 a box now. That needs a reprint too. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like they need Surging needs one, Prismatic needs one, Journey. You have Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates is super hot right now. There's definitely a lot of sets right now that need reprints. I agree that could take away from Temporal through Stellar.
Japanese also had
Dude, more reprints. Talking that anymore.
More reprints than English.
Oh my gosh. That's so weird. That's the hill you're going to stand on, dude.
No, I'm an English guy all day. You know this.
Hey, Billy. Appreciate you being a member of 3 months, dude. God, we still have tag coming in. Wait. Japanese tag is better than English PSA. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. You getting any Magic Final Fantasy?
Of course.
What do you get?
Collector's boxes.
That's it?
No, I'll get the booster boxes now because it's not like draft and set. They may just make play. So I'll grab a couple. I'll get a case of collectors and a case of boosters.
Now you don't open any of those, right?
Mm-mm. I'm hungry.
Plumber must be from Staten Island. Those are the only guys who like Japanese. Oh man, what's the deal with Staten Island?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is it? I remember back from like the watching like Jersey Shore back in the day. Like, why is Why is Staten Island always shit on?
People aren't from New Jersey, dude.
Like, why is it? What's the deal with that? I gotta ask someone from Jersey. Why is the Staten Island thing always shit on?
No, because I don't want to shit on people from Staten Island. I have some friends from Staten Island.
No, I'm just asking, like, why is that like
because people
the
see them
stigma?
as trashy.
That's weird. I've never understood. I'm not from up there, so. Hey, TCG show. Thanks for the super chat, man. Alex, come watch Brian's table at NJTCG. Come watch his table. What does that mean? What happened? Come watch Brian's table.
I don't know. I missed it. I was sick.
What do you mean TCG show? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, dude.
No, that's a girl.
What?
That's Rob's wife.
Oh, it's the TCG show now? Oh, so she changed her name then.
I mean, it's like the same logo. No, that's her.
I thought it was something different before. My bad. Sorry about that. Come watch Brian's table. And Billy, my distro is sending me 50 Surging Sparks booster bundles Monday. Not crazy, but I'm paying $18.89 a piece. Should I sell at MSRP for branding or marketing? What is MSRP? Is it $19.99 or $24.99? That's the question. I don't even know what MSRP is.
6 packs.
What here? Hold on. What is $18.89? Let's figure that out first. So $18.89 divided by 6, $3.14 a pack. Damn, That is cheap.
Really good price.
So what do you think that's going to do?
He's probably still going to sell it for like 5 a pack, 6 a pack.
I mean, you don't think like if this amount of surging is getting like released, you think it's going to do anything to the market?
How much is it going to be though? Like we really don't know.
Well, if distros are selling it to their stores at that price, I mean, there's a lot of margin. There could be some price competition downward.
I don't know. Surging's on a different level. And I see what like my store is doing. Like their prices are a little higher, and they sell like, dude. I stocked all their packs with them from the beginning of Sword and Shield to today. Like we stacked all the packs up from Sunday, and they were all sold out on Tuesday, and they were like all the way to the top. Every pack. There was like maybe like 4 here, 3 here, but like, and their prices are high.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna call out someone in the chat real quick because I like to challenge people's views. Jimmy Hayes says, Billy, you'll be better to repeat business if you sell at MSRP. Will come back because of that or because they remember you. All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna throw something at you, buddy. Let's say you have a store, right? And you get 1,000 boxes every release, and you make $10 a box. And so you're used to making $10,000 every release selling at MSRP. Now let's say this release comes along and they give you 50 boxes. What do? You still got the same overhead, same employees, same costs. What do you do that you got 50 instead of 1,000? Something to think about. I always like to see things from both people's point of view. I understand the customer side. We hear the customer side screamed across the entire internet every day. But what about the business side? And I don't have a physical LGS, so I don't care. So I'm in the middle. I don't care.
No, it's true though, because they have to pay everybody. It's harder for them right now than it was back then because they don't have the product. So you got to charge market.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just think, and here's the funny part is, here's the funny part. Whatever the most economical sense while keeping everything fair for all parties percentage-wise. Here's the funny part. What do you think? Do you think if you sold prismatic ETBs at $50, okay, and and then booster boxes of Journey Together came out, and eBay and TCG had them for $130, do you think those same people would come back to your store and pay you $161 for the box?
No.
That's the problem, guys. That's the problem right there. Is if you give people a deal today, you think they're going to keep supporting you. The minute they can find it cheaper somewhere else, they're not going to come back and support you in the future.
But I support mine,
because
and that's why they hit me up.
What?
I supported mine when they were doing horrible, and I support them now. They have, out of thousands of customers, they have maybe 5 people that are like me there. That's it.
And that's the point. Is like people are only upset and say these things when the business is making money. When the business doesn't make any money, they don't care about them. They don't say, hey, you know what? Let me pay you a little extra for that box. I know you guys are. I know you're selling Paradox Rift at $80. Let me pay you $160 for it. No one's saying that.
Nope.
It's only when the business is finally making a little money. I'm just saying, guys, you got to at least see things from both points of view, right?
You have to. I mean, believe me, I want MSRP like the next guy, but when they're not getting that much product, they have to make money so they can keep the doors open.
Yeah, I just don't think people ever think of both people. Like, it's like, guys, do you think the business owner like deserves an income? Do you think the employees, do you want the employees to keep their jobs? Like, there's a lot of people that depend on this entire system. It's not just, can I get the product at the cheapest possible cost every time?
Their margins,
I think Pokemon knows that.
Their margins are usually razor thin too. So now they're actually enjoying life a little bit, which is good for them. But now they're at the point where they're stressing a little bit because they can't get enough product.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm a volume guy. I would much rather have infinite product at small margins than I would a very short supply of product at large margins. It just makes sense. I mean, it's the Walmart model compared to the local grocery store model, right? You go to your local grocery store, they're more expensive than Walmart, right? But, they don't have to sell as much to make a little bit of money. Or Walmart just says, you know what? I'm just going to go the lowest cost. I'm going to get the largest amount. I'm going to sell the largest volume. I'm going to make a small amount in everything. And Walmart is the biggest. And so that's my model. I would much rather be endless product, make small margins, but sell it 1,000,000 times than what we have right now. Get a very minuscule amount, sell a very small amount, and make these gigantic margins for like 5 times. It's like, it's bad for everybody, but I don't think it's right to say the store is evil if they don't sell for very small margins when they get very small amounts. I just feel like it's a logical take, but I know in this hobby it's an evil take, so it is what it is. You see anything you want to take?
I mean, like my LGS they kind of found like the perfect remedy, right? Like for whoever was online at, 8 in the morning when they opened, they gave them Prismatic, and it wasn't at MSRP. It was what it was at $80 a box, I think. They were still fair, but then after that weekend, everything went to market, right? So they gave whoever waited outside a chance, right? And then it went to market. So they're doing good. They found that nice happy medium. They take care of the OGers, and then they make their money now.
Yeah. And what's funny is it's like it depends on what part of the country you're in. I mean, I think Eli told me he was like listing Prismatic at like, I forget, I'm not even gonna say numbers. I don't want to get him canceled, but he was selling Prismatic at a price, right? And everyone was coming to his store and they were like, oh my gosh, you're the cheapest in the area, in like his area in Arizona. And so like he was the cheapest store in his area, and that's where people came to buy from. And it's just like, probably wasn't the cheapest nationwide, right? Wasn't the cheapest like where deals you got with your local card shop, but it's just like, it's all relative, I think, to where you're at in the country or whatever that is,
Yeah. I don't know. It's just tough right now, man. Like Pokemon, like at the end of the day, they can't be mad at distributors. They can't be mad at, comic store owners. Like if you're going to be mad at anyone, be mad at Pokemon.
See that question?
Yeah. All the time, baby. And I do it.
What better way is there? Guys, Pokemon Pokemon is more valuable than cash.
Dude, that's so all right.
You know what's funny? When I posted my reel where I did that binder video where I opened it up and like it was all $100 bills.
Yeah.
You know what? Like the highest comment I got from everybody on there? It was everyone saying, well, yeah, but that money's going down in value every day while our Pokemon cards are going up. And it's just like, yep.
Dude, listen to this. So one of my buddies in Australia, right? Like he could only get paid through Wise. And the guy that's buying something from him doesn't have Wise and he can't make it or something. So he's like, hey, man, if the guy sends you Zelle, can you send me the money? I said, yeah, that's fine. I'll help you out. So he sends me the Zelle. And then the guy's like, hey, he's like, you don't have to send me that money. Do you want to like sell me any Pokemon? I said, bro, I'd rather keep my Pokemon than have your cash. I was like, Pokemon's worth more than cash right now. I was being dead serious. It's not a joke.
I mean, it's true for real. I mean, I'm not joking. I am not joking. Somebody asked, are there any events to see and talk to you guys? Well, Nick's at like a card show every other weekend up in New Jersey.
I haven't been in a little bit. The only show that I usually go to, I was really sick last weekend, so I missed TCG. I was going to try to go, and I woke up, and I had like a burning fever, so I didn't want to get anyone sick. I go to TCG, and then I'll be at Collecticon. I'm doing 4 Collecticons this year, 2 in New Jersey. I think I'm doing Fort Lauderdale, and I don't know what the 4th one I'm going to do yet.
Texas.
I don't know. Maybe.
Dallas?
I'm so afraid to get on a plane nowadays.
So you're going to drive to Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
What's that look like? 10 hours?
Not as bad as Chicago was.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That's a crazy drive. But I mean, I made it to New Jersey, so I get it. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Just the state of this hobby right now.
I was so sick.
Huh?
TCG.
Yeah, I was gonna say the state of this hobby right now. It's kind of got me down and even going to events, honestly.
What are you talking about?
Dude, the amount, you know what I just went through online?
All right, bro, but like you get
just type in Nostalgianomics on YouTube and see how many videos come up with my name and face and thumbnail and Public Enemy #1.
Well, you earned it.
I earned it by telling people to work.
You told them to get 3 jobs and work 90 hours a week. You can't do that.
I'm just saying, like, it really just kind of turns me off to like even going, really.
Bro, has anyone?
I do want to come to New Jersey. Right. I want to come to New Jersey to see you. So I'll probably be at the New Jersey Collecticon.
Thank you. You want to come see me, my man. But dude, has anyone ever gone to your face and had the balls to be an asshole to you?
Of course not.
Exactly. So everyone's nice to you when you go to shows, dude.
That's even worse. I'd much rather somebody like come up and like say something like, at least be real. At least be real about it. If you're gonna say it online, say it to my face at least. Don't you feel like that?
Oh, I talked shit about you in the last YouTube video I made.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like I'm reading my notes. I don't even remember what I said. I was like,
Alex. Oh, so you thought about it so much you took notes on talking shit?
No, I was really reading my notes and I'm like, Alex is a piece of shit. I don't know if that's what I said, but I said something like that.
I like how you had to take notes on it. It wasn't just like, it didn't just come up. You had to actually write it down.
No, because I thought about it earlier today. So I like wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. Like I didn't read the notes during it, but like when I was done with the video, I was like, let me see if I missed anything. And I was like, Alex, Nostalgianomics is a piece of shit.
Cotton family, thanks for being a member for a month. I appreciate you guys. James is saying come to Chicago.
14.
What?
They asked me how many Sylveons do I have from Terrestrial Festival. I have 14.
How do you find card shows in your state? I don't go to card shows. You'd have to ask Plumber.
Oh man. Well, you want to know what's crazy? When I first got in this hobby, I wasn't back in New Jersey yet. I was in Pennsylvania, right? And I didn't learn about card shows until I moved to New Jersey. We'll move back to New Jersey. And I was at a show, and they have a website, right? Like Google local card shows or local Pokemon shows near me, right? And that's what I was doing. I was Googling, because I never even knew there were card shows. Like when I was a little kid, I went to shows, but I forgot about it. And I looked up, like local Pokemon shows near me, and like a whole list came up, and there's a website, and they actually have a website now. I don't know the name of it, but just Google it, and you could type in your zip code, and it'll show you like a list of shows in your area. Like you could put like 15-mile radius, and then it'll come up.
Guys, here as always, you guys take everything the wrong way. One person said like, you're an MMA fighter, you'll be fine. Wear a bulletproof vest. And the other people were saying he got his feelings hurt. Nothing to do with any of that stuff. It's just like this. Like, why would you want to go show up to a place where people hate your effing guts? Like, I don't want to go hang out with a bunch of people that hate me. Like, what fun is that? I want to travel to a different state, all to be around people that don't effing like me. Like, what fun is that? So it's not about thinking I'm in danger, I'm worried, and it's not about my feelings. It's just like, hey, we're having a party tonight. All 20 of us will be there. We all hate you. But hey, come on. Come over. It's just like, sounds like zero fun to me, man.
Oh, you don't have to hang out with the people that don't like you. Like, you think that, like, everybody at shows love me? Like, dude, there's people that don't like, there's always somebody that doesn't like you.
Grooves collects. I know Alex is the modern shill, but how do you both feel about vintage market? Low pop can make 1 to 2 sales, bring up the market a lot less downturn, the modern boom. That's okay. Hold on. We can talk. I'll let Nick talk. That's a lie. You cannot say that's a lie. Actually, that is 100% false. The vintage had far worse turn down after the boom than modern did.
What, last time?
2021.
Yeah, I said that in my video I just did.
I know, and people.
I did a 21-minute YouTube video. Go watch it.
Yeah, and people continue to promote this lie that, well, you'll be safer in the event of a downturn if you're in vintage. No, you will not. You will not.
Yeah, I mean, vintage took a bigger hit than a lot of modern did. Like that's just the truth, right? It is. I mean, vintage is doing very well again. It does have lower pops, but it's way easier for a card. Say there's only like 2 listed, and then one sells for 20 grand. Now that card's people want 20 grand for it. So then after that card sells for 20 grand, next sale on an auction goes from 20 to 11. Like I've seen this stuff happen, and then it goes from 11 to 10, 11 to 9, 11 to 7, right? So there's actually way more swings in vintage because there is less of them. But when my buddy Dom, see, this is why we gotta get Watsy Hub on it. I got into it with him. He's one of my best friends. He was in my wedding, but like him and I get into that. Like he couldn't sell his Shining Mewtwo for the life of him, right? Took a huge loss on it, and then like 3 months later, there was one really good sale, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like the vintage market, like it gets very illiquid, whereas modern's more liquid because 1, it's more popular, and 2, the price points are lower. And so that's why, like, again, guys, like I would rather be in a wider market where there's a lot more customers than be in a more niche market. Whereas you're going to do really well when things are booming, but when things are flat and stagnant and slow, you're going to be, if you need to get rid of something, well, you either got to auction it and probably take a lot less than it's really actually probably worth, or you have to like sit there and wait for months on months on months for the right buyer to cross your fingers, finally come and buy it from you. It's not the place I want to be in. But again, I'm not a hater. I know people think I'm a hater. If you want to go vintage, go for it. Enjoy it. You'll probably do well too. It's just, if I'm always asked which one I prefer modern sealed product. There's a lot less riskier. It's held up better during downturns. Overall, it performs better. Again, if we want to like cherry pick, you can say, well, X vintage card went up this much. I can say, look at the Drowsy, right? Look at the Persian, look at the Magic Carp. Look, it's like you can play the one-off games as much as you want, right? Like, oh, well, this vintage box did this. Okay, look at Evolving Skies, look at Team Up. It's just like, when you start cherry picking, you got to cherry pick from both sides, but on average, modern sealed is going to be your least cost option. It's going to be your most, I would say, I don't know. It's the least risk for the highest rewards, what I would say.
Yeah, modern good, vintage good. They're both good. Pokemon's good.
But like right now, right? You said that one sale. What was it, like $13,000 Lugia or something? What was it?
14?
Yeah, it's like, what would you guys rather do? Buy $14,000 in modern sealed boxes or buy a $14,000 Lugia right now? I mean, I think the answer is obvious, but maybe for some it isn't.
I'd rather buy a case of Cosmic Eclipse right now.
I'd rather buy a lot of stuff. I'd rather buy Crown Zenith. I'd rather buy Paldea Evolved. I mean, anything. Hold on. We got Collector App doing some crazy things in chat right now. First off, we got Be Ready, Be Prepared gifting 20 memberships. Really appreciate you. Collector App comes in. They're gifting memberships, guys. 100 memberships. Basically, over a fourth of you in chat now, over a third of you probably have a membership now. Thanks to Collector App. Thanks to Be Ready, Be Prepared. 100, 200. 200 memberships. Collector App. You guys are wild, man. Nick, you use Collector App?
I have it. I have it. I haven't put my stuff into it.
Oh my god!
Like, comment, subscribe.
Just the energy dump was like.
No, I had
like,
lowered the
Collector
volume.
App. You're just like,
dude, my son's sleeping 2 rooms over there, and it was so loud. So that's what I was doing.
My bad. My bad.
I don't ever stream this late.
My bad, dude.
But
yeah, Collector App. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for the gifted memberships. Everyone that got one, make sure to thank them and check out Collector App, guys. Literally the best way to track your collection. What did they just say now? 100 Canadian gifted membership.
No, I have, guys, I have your app. It's just like I have a spreadsheet and it's going to be, you guys know how much I have. It's going to take me probably like 4 days to put everything in that spreadsheet into Collector's App.
You get a membership. You get a membership. Everyone gets a membership. And it's okay, Nick. We still love you.
No, but this is the good thing, right? Because now I'm going to have to go back into my spreadsheet and now I'm going to have to readjust all the pricing. And the way this market's going, you have to adjust it so much. I haven't touched my spreadsheet in like 2 months. At least with Collector's App, what it'll do, it'll automatically update your numbers. So you'll know what the price is of everything. So that's what's really good about Collector's App.
Yeah.
See, I got your back, dog. It's just Alex was blowing my speakers out and I want my son to wake up.
I just love, like, it's almost like after you pull you pull a bubble Mew or something and then your friend doesn't know anything about Pokemon. You're just like, dude, he's like, cool. That was awesome. No, we appreciate you guys so much, man. Thanks for all the support, Collector App.
Yeah, look, I have Collector's App. See?
You also got Fanatics Collect on there, I see.
I do.
Been doing some ripping chips and stuff?
No. Never. Look, see? I made it and I never put anything on it. The Poke Plumber has a Collector App.
Well, I don't know why it's not cool to show that. You should show that you're using it. You shouldn't show that you're not using it.
Dude, I don't have enough time to take a piss. Come on.
I used to you guys, but don't have a lot of sealed product. I own stuff and was not up to date. Hope it's changed. Probably a long time ago. Calls himself the Collector, but doesn't use Collector App. Burn.
Oh, ow,
burn. That's funny. I don't know, man. Anything else you wanted to hit on?
Are you going to buy those new cool tins?
What are they?
They're called the Legendary Tins. They come out this weekend officially. They have really good packs in it. They have great pack selection in it. 2 Surging, Temporal, Twilight, and Obsidian, I believe. No, not Twilight, Stellar Crown, then Obsidian.
I'm just looking up. I never even know what I'm ordering. I order so much stuff all the time. I never even know what I have coming. That's sad, but it's the reality of where I'm at these days. Let's see. What's that? I mean, I know I ordered a bunch of different stuff. Let me see if those tins are a part of it. It could be these stacking. They're not stacking tins, right?
No, but those are coming out too.
They're not. No, not Belly Bolt. I'm getting the Belly Bolt premiums, the Lily premiums.
They're Azure, Azure, Legends.
Oh yeah, I am getting those. Yeah, I'm getting those.
They look cool.
I don't know what they look like. It was just a line item. I went down and ordered. Nice. I love how it just plays perfectly into the podcast. Like, I know nothing about what it looks like, but I bought them, and you're like, you've already looked at what they look like and know the packs and the card inside. It's the perfect investor collector. Like, that was the epitome of this podcast right there.
They're cool. I'm excited.
I'm just saying that worked out so perfect.
Yeah, I like them. They remind me of XY stuff. You got Kyogre. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, I ordered 10 cases of them.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How much you pay per case?
Well, we don't need to talk about that.
All right, I'll talk to you when this is over. And then the Iono EX boxes are really cool.
Yeah.
And the Charizard EX boxes coming out.
I mean, dude, I'm a big fan of the trainer gallery cards, right? I'm a big fan of like all the trainer Pokemon. I'm actually a big fan of all this Journey Together stuff. So I'm a big fan of the Iono Belly Bowl. I'm a fan of any of these like trainer and the Pokemon cards. I'm more excited about it than I think the like overall community is right now. I think everyone's kind of overlooking this set, looking to Team Rocket. I actually think Journey Together is going to be pretty decent.
Bro, that's how it goes. Everybody with Chilling Reign, they looked at Evolving Skies. Everyone's always looking ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about all these products and cards. And I mean, think about all the tag team boxes with all like the tag team promos. And I'm not talking about like the big ones, but like even like some of the random ones now are like really expensive. And I'm just like, dude, I think a lot of these probably Journey Together stuff, like the Iono Belly Bowl, like some of these, dude, these are probably going to be the boxes in the future and the cards in the future that are really expensive, but nobody cares about at the time.
No, I think people care. I think there's hype behind these. I really do. They're cool. They're really cool. It just
seems like everything I see lately is like down on Journey Together. It's just like,
really? I wish I was seeing that.
Everyone's like, it's a small set. It's this, it's that. It doesn't have like big popular Pokemon. Everyone's looking for Team Rocket.
Salamence is so cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is Salamence like a dragon salamander?
Is that a thing?
I don't know. It's just
dragon salamander?
I don't know. It's a dragon. Salamence. Salamander dragon.
Definitely a dragon.
You know what? I will tell you what Salamence is. In my Pokemon.
Get the Pokebook out.
All right. Salamence. I'm actually curious.
Hey, Dustin, we actually addressed this in our last podcast. With like, you can get insurance on your Pokemon product. So there's insurance companies out there that specifically cover collectibles. So if you're worried about that kind of stuff, you should reach out and try to get some insurance.
Okay. Salamence, Dragon Pokemon, number 373. It flies around on its wings, which have grown in at last. In its happiness, it gushes hot flames, burning up everything it passes over. It becomes uncontrollable if it is enraged. It destroys everything with shredding claws and fire. How to say it? Salamence. Salamence. I've been saying Salamence. Salamence. It's only 4'11". It weighs a whopping 226.2 pounds, 1.5 meters tall, and its weight is 102.6 kilograms. Weakness: Fairy, Dragon, Ice, Rock. Right?
Tina said you can tell Plumber is a dad.
I read this shit to my son.
That does. It sounds like you're reading to your son. I think Japanese sets are leaked and even released before we get the English sets, and Destin Rivals has now overshadowed Journey Together. Yeah, I mean, it's how it always goes.
But it was actually Mexico that leaked it, not Japan.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, this sounds so bad. I'm actually excited for Team Rocket to come out and be over with. I'm anxious to just hear about other things again.
Well, it was Prismatic. Now it's Team Rocket, and then how do you know?
Well, we've been hearing about people have been like worried, like talking about Team Rocket ever since like the trademark got released. Like it's been nonstop talk about it. It's just like, dude, the weird part is Team Rocket has never been the top performing set in the eras.
Team Rocket Returns?
Is that the top performing in the EX era? Team Rocket and base and back in Gen 1 was nowhere near. And so it's like, I think people are like really going over the top all of a sudden. Like it's kind of weird. And then like Giovanni, Team Rocket cards, they've never been like the highest value cards in the era. I don't understand it really. Like I get it. It's awesome, but it's just like, I think people are like, you should be kind of like at like a 90. I think people are at like 150, like excitement. It's just like, guys, there's other cards. There's other sets too. I promise you.
Dude, I don't know if I agree with that because like Team Rocket's so bad. Dude, Giovanni, bro. So like in the show, there was like this little series and it was Red versus, it was like Red's journey, right? I forget how many episodes.
It was awesome. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And he like battles Giovanni in the end, and it brings like Giovanni, like instead of being a dick, he like finally like finds that soft spot because Red reminds him of him. Right. Like that made me one of the biggest Giovanni fans. Right. Like because you always see Giovanni being like an asshole, like get him, do this, do that. Right. But I'm a huge Giovanni fan, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for Team Rocket. I'm one of those people that I'm at 100 for Team Rocket, but I don't want to show it and create more hype than already is. But like, dude, I'm excited for Team Rocket. The Mewtwo, how could you not be excited? Mewtwo is your favorite Pokemon. They show Giovanni with Mewtwo. If I was you, I'd be fucking going bonkers, dude. Like, you can't play that down. That is awesome. I love Team Rocket. Team Rocket Returns, one of my favorite sets ever. Like, I'm hyped for this. Play down Team Rocket. You're out of your mind. I'm more excited for Team Rocket than I was Prismatic. It's Team Rocket.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the only thing that bothers me is there better be a fucking Jesse and James in there.
Prismatic is just them trying to recreate the hype that was around Sword and Shield Altar, evolutions, in my opinion. That's them just trying to piggyback off that hype.
I don't know. Because then when this is done, dude, we have Black and White coming back. You have ZA, which is going to have Mega Pokemon. Like, there's so many good things coming out. Like, you're going to have all the people that love the Black and White, and they might announce a new Black and White game, which would be insane. The future is just, and then you have Megas, you have, the 30th. So there's still so much ahead, right? Like after Team Rocket.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm excited for all that too. I'm excited to start hearing about that stuff and not like Team Rocket every day. I guess I just get burnt out quicker than most. I mean, if you can just like click around YouTube and it's what anyone's talking about anymore. It's Team Rocket.
It's awesome.
That's all.
And then when they'll show some cards and everyone will shit on it, as always, right? You know how this pattern goes.
Because the art is never what people like want it to be.
It should have been a dark Mewtwo breaking out of a tube, bah, bah, bah. Like whatever they do for Mewtwo, no one's going to be happy. If Jesse and James aren't in the set, nobody's going to be happy. They don't have dark Pokemon, so people are going to be pissed about that. There's not dark and light Pokemon. Yeah. So even though people are excited, everyone's still going to shit on it. Dude, that's how it goes. That's why you have to form your own opinion at the end of the day. If you like it, it doesn't matter what people say, right? Because there's so many cards that I liked when no one liked them. And now those cards are freaking $2,000 in a PSA 10. And I was like, oh, I like that card. Like that happens all the time, but I don't move on it because everyone's shitting on it. Like form your own opinion. And it doesn't matter if no one likes it at that time, because I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times they're going to end up liking it and the card's going to go through the roof.
People always look ahead and get over it fast. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, and that's what like is like one of the worst parts about this hobby is people like they get so over enthused about something, and by the time it gets there, they're already like over it almost.
Yeah.
And then by the time it gets released, they'll open it for like 2 weeks, and then they'll be like, "The next set's coming out. The next set after that just got announced," and it's just like, "We've been opening this for 2 weeks, dude. Like, don't you want to open Team Rocket? No, I gotta save money for the next set." It's just like, give me a break.
Like, dude, right now, like I still want to open Prismatic, but I'm not paying these prices. Like, I'm not opening product to burn money because the pull
Dude,
rates
I
are
feel like
horrible.
Surging Sparks went like that.
Yeah, it went so
Like,
fast.
it was like we opened it for a minute and then it was gone.
And Surging's a great set.
I mean, the only set that really is, well, 2 sets that have really kind of stood the test of time in this era that get opened every day are like 151 and Paldean Fates.
And where's a reprint for Paldean Fates?
Dude, that right? That's got to have one coming. Right?
Obi, shh. Hold on, my dog. You woke up your brother. What are you doing? Shh. Yeah, Paldean Fates should have a reprint.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like every time you talk about this, you're gonna have people saying like you're trying to create FOMO because you guys own this stuff, but I think it's pretty obvious that they can't reprint the sets now. It's getting too much. It's too much.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't have that much Paldean Fates. Like even though I have some of it, it's like I would like to have more because at that time when Paradox Rift and Paldean Fates came out, that's when I was building my house, like redoing the whole house. So I was being careful with money. I sold all my crystals. I sold all my vintage stuff, right? And I wasn't going out and buying sets like I used to. Like I bought like a case, right? And I just wanted to have like a case because I didn't know how much the kitchen was going to cost me, the bathrooms. But the same thing. I was like, all right, we'll get more Paldean Fates, and we just haven't. So I'm in your boat too. I don't have as much as I want.
I mean, dude, it's getting to the point now where I think it's going to sound crazy. I think the least risky option right now, if you're an investor, is to literally buy all of these sets.
That's what I was saying. Like, just chalk it up and buy 151.
I think if you went out right now and bought a case of SV base through Temporal Forces, I think you're probably going to be better off than if you don't. I honestly think you have a better shot 100%. You have a better shot of all, if not most of those, not getting a reprint than all of them do at this point.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Like at the current market prices, I think it's still a good idea to go buy those. Current market price.
But like for me, I think if I'm going to focus the heaviest on something right now, it might be 151. This is the lowest pack price we've seen of 151 in a while, right?
What are you talking about?
Like it's not.
It's the highest it's ever been.
I thought you were buying them way lower. You and I just talked about this.
Well, I mean, I buy under market price, but like market price is the highest it's ever been.
I thought you were buying packs at $8 or $9.
No. Yeah, like $9 to $9.50 right now.
Okay.
Those are loose. Those aren't in products. Most people don't want to buy loose packs. You know?
I don't know. I'd buy it, whatever it is right now.
Here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up. It's kind of crazy when you look at it, dude. But like literally all of this product dumped on us with Blooming Waters. All right, let me go ahead and share the screen. All right, check it out. It's literally at its all-time high.
Oh, shit.
The 151, 1150 on the market right now is the lowest. And then it goes to 1174.
And this is after the booster bundle reprint.
And the Blooming Waters. And I mean, guys, if you think people aren't buying this, these are all sales that have already been made today. Like they're still buying 151 packs. So
yeah, well, I thought when you told me 9, I was like, all right, he's buying them at 859. That's what I can get them at.
Yeah. They're drying up. People are definitely asking more now. They're definitely. I mean, everything's going up. Like people are asking more for Crown Zenith now. Crown Zenith is going up. Yeah, like when we talked, it was probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
No, this was the other day we were talking about this. You're losing it, dude. We talked about this like this week.
Dude, I didn't say $8 anywhere near this week.
Maybe
$9.
$9.
I literally just put out a post on Instagram earlier this week for $9.
Yeah, $9.
And I got some people reach out, but not a ton. You know, other people reached out. They said, "Hey, I'll take $9.25. I'll take $9.30."
Yeah. So the thing is, like, I would buy booster bundles right now. I guess at 50 a piece. I would buy them at 50 a piece right now.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Like I'm even at that point because 151. I missed out on the ETBs. I don't want to miss. Well, I didn't miss out on ETBs, but I thought I'd be able to get more. So yeah, 151 is a buy, 100%.
So you think this is it?
I don't know anymore. Like I don't want to tell. Like Pokemon's not doing anything that they've done in the past, right? Like like usually we have that huge reprint by now. At least like in the middle we'll have a giant reprint that drops everything. We didn't get that, so I don't know. Like even Ultra Prism had that reprint in the end, right? Like with this, what reprint? Tell me a reprint. Like for booster boxes, ETBs, tell me what reprint. We had the Paldea Evolved restock, not a reprint. So yeah. I just don't know. It's scary, man. And I don't want to cause anyone the FOMO, but I like, it's just something's weird.
Pokey Plumber, I'll probably be updating my kitchen in 5 to 6 months. Would you be interested in my black and white era sets?
I would.
There you go. Reach out to him in the description. Pokey Plumber on Instagram. Is that the best place to reach out to you?
On YouTube. No, dude, people are messaging me from YouTube. I guess my email's on YouTube. I've been getting.
Oh, okay, so they're emailing you.
Yeah, email me.
I was like, I don't even know if there's YouTube messages there.
No, email.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been getting so many emails. It's crazy. I
told you this.
I never talked through email before.
I know, man. I told you. It's wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's the amount of emails I sift through every day. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, and then so many people are like, "Oh, I have a Cosmic Eclipse case. I hear you like Cosmic." And they're like, "What's your number?" I give my number and like, "Oh, I don't have those on me right now." That's why it's like everybody says they have 10 Black Lotuses. Now I understand what Rudy says, but they don't. Everybody has cases of Ancient Origins until they don't.
I mean, it's so funny. Like, think of everything that's been like it gets leaked. Like even on the top levels of like high security, right? Like things get leaked nowadays with the way cell phones and GoPros are and hidden cameras. Am I right? No one's pictures or videos of all these airplane hangars and warehouses ever get leaked, though, huh?
Dude, it's crazy because it's like,
where's all the boxes? I mean, because although like the people in the know in the hobby are always like, oh yeah, they got these warehouses full of XY and black and white. It's like no one's got a picture or a video, though, huh? Not one person.
But you do.
Not one person.
Yeah, and I saw those pictures. I mean, it wasn't like pallets of team up. It was like
no one's got Rudy says all the time. No one's got the product that everyone acts like.
No, they did have like team up cases. They did have Cosmic Eclipse cases, but they didn't have pallets of it.
Of course.
Like they had cases, but
it's just a way to try to like scare people into selling.
I mean, I know people do have a lot, but I don't know about like the airplane hangars. I don't know about that.
Like I just know it's not. Dude, here's the thing. There's only one of two scenarios, right?
Well, I know Rusty has like a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, there's only one of two scenarios, okay? If an investment like Evolutions goes from $80 to $1,500 in a matter of like 5 years, okay? If that happens, people that invest are looking for gains. They're taking their gains, or they don't need the money and they're not going to sell at any time. And so either scenario, the product's either coming to market and already would have been, or it's just never going to come to market. So you don't have to worry about it anyway. And so it's like worrying yourself about this doomsday where all this product gets dumped. It's not going to happen.
No, because I know a couple of the people that do have a lot of this stuff, and it's not that they're not selling it all at once. Like, dude, they'll sell a case and we'll never know that case hit the market, right?
I tell people, Rudy's got 3,000 something Patreons. Like, he could sell through an entire position and no one would ever know he sold it.
Yeah.
He would just make a Patreon sale, sell a box to 3,000 people. There's 3,000 boxes gone.
You have no idea. Yeah.
And no one has a position then. Everyone's got one box. So now no one has anything to like dump. It's crazy if people think that. They think there's like enough product out there to just crash the market one day.
No, I mean, dude, even I said this before. Like, say if someone had 3,000 boxes of Evolving Skies, right? And that's what Rudy has, right? 3,000 boxes of Evolving Skies.
I don't think he has much left anymore.
So
I think he said he was down to like 500, 600, 800, something like that.
Yeah. So, but if 3,000 boxes of Evolving Skies hit the market right now, do you have any idea how fast that would be eaten up? Seriously. Do you have any idea how fast that would be eaten up? Dude, 3,000 boxes. That's nothing.
I mean, it depends on the price point, but yeah.
Dude, even if they had 3,000 boxes at 1,000 a piece, they would be gone in a heartbeat and it would do nothing. Dude, I'm in this market right now. 3,000 boxes would do nothing.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure I agree with that, dude.
Dude, 3,000 boxes.
We're not moving that fast right now.
I disagree with you. If there was 3,000 boxes and they were at $1,000, I guarantee they'd be gone in a heartbeat.
Right, you're talking like eBay TCG Player?
Anywhere. Dude, I'd buy as many cases as I could afford at $1,000 a box right now.
I mean, okay, this is my issue, dude. I'll
Go ahead.
share it with you.
3,000 boxes isn't a lot, Alex.
It's not on a new set, I agree. But here's my issue. There's only like a couple boxes selling a day. There's not even a box selling a day right now. Some days there's 2 or 3, others days there's 0.
All right, put it a couple $100 less than TCG Player and they will sell. Dude, I can name 20 people right now that if they were $1,000 that everyone would. Dude, I guarantee you I could, between me and 5 people, we would take all 3,000 of those boxes.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know they hit the market. That's how fast it would be.
Yeah. I mean, definitely with like a new box for sure.
Dude, I'm saying at 1,000 a piece, they'd be gone.
1,000 a piece. Yeah.
I could call one person, I wouldn't even have to spend $1 and they'd buy it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to think about. Let's change that scenario to team up. What if 3,000 team up boxes hit the market? That would definitely make it splash.
Well, yeah, because it was short printed, right?
Well, even if it wasn't like a box at 4,000, that'd be a lot harder to eat up that much supply. And I think it would drop.
Probably dropped to like $3,000.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this was a good one, man.
Yeah, very good.
Guys, I think we're gonna call it there. I think it was good. We got to hear Nick go on a nice tag rant. It was nice to see him get some anger in him. I like seeing it.
Dude.
I like seeing it, man. Like that one day you were ranting on the Instagram, man. We need to get fiery Nick here more.
Dude, I just had to eat. I was so hungry.
Oh man. So hey, don't eat next podcast.
Dude, I
just come super hungry.
Well, dude, I never late stream throw off my dinner schedule.
I love it. That's what keeps us fun.
I always have fun.
Well, guys, Nick, he just released another YouTube video, so check out his YouTube channel. It is literally the top link in the description, right under our Instagrams. You also just hit 10K on Instagram. We didn't talk about that. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, hit 10K on Instagram. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm excited about that. That makes me happy.
Good. Be excited about something.
I am really excited, dude. It's amazing. That's so cool. I'm super pumped about that. Dude, that's a lot of work. People don't know how many hours you put in.
I don't know how you put out so many stories. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm trying to do Instagram now and then YouTube, and it's like work and be a dad. It's like another freaking full-time job, and then answer all these people. Like I'm doing my best, you know?
It's near impossible.
It's very, very tough.
Yeah.
I hit 2,000 on YouTube. That's good.
There you go.
Dude, it's good for like a week and a half. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I was telling you, it's just like you're like way above the threshold for subscriber for monetization, but you got there so fast that you don't have your watch hours yet. It's just like usually people will get the watch hours before they get to the subscribers. You just got there so freaking fast that
my Instagram definitely helped. That like really,
sure.
Yeah, that gave me. And then you helped. I got to give you credit, dude. You definitely helped too.
Dude, I mean, anytime you're like you built a following, it's not just Instagram. Like you say Instagram, like yeah, you have following there, but you just like have a following in the community. You've been to all these card shows, NJTCG show. You've been to go to Collecticons. Like people know you.
Mm-hmm.
People just know you. It's just like that's different than some random person just being like, I'm gonna make a YouTube video.
Yeah, YouTube's tough. I can see that already. Like it is tough, man.
I can't believe you did a 21-minute video. That's big time.
Yeah, well, somebody was like, you got to put a longer video, and I was doing like 10, 12-minute videos. So I kind of went on.
That's my fault. I told you that.
Yeah, and then I went on a little bit of a crash out on my video today, I think. So maybe that added a couple minutes. I don't even know what I said. I recorded. I'm like, I'm not recording the video. Yeah, I was like, I recorded it. I'm just posting it. So whatever I said. I didn't even. Hopefully, it's nothing too bad because I didn't even watch it to like filter it. So that's the raw Nick right there, fellas.
Love it, man. All right, so to recap this podcast, Team Rocket is still the best set ever. Nick wants you to grade with tag. He's got the collector app but doesn't use it. I'm dead wrong about Japanese products.
This was a bad night for Nick.
I'm dead wrong about Japanese products. And I think that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything. So that's what you guys learned tonight. Hope you guys can take that and do something with it. Good luck with the hobby. We are gonna end the stream there.
We're all doomed.
Check out PokePlumber Instagram and YouTube at the PokePlumber. It's not PokePlumber. Remember to search the PokePlumber and you'll run right into it.
They're the PokePlumber. All right, we're done.
We're calling it. All right, ending stream. Later, guys.
Wait. Are we done?